You sure do like to share your opinions, talking big like somebody's listening. Nobody's listening.
Max! Oh!
Hit the ignition. Now you listen. Hop up in the window. Smaller and smaller you fade down. Hop up in the window.
Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to Movie Monday. So last week I watched Joker in preparation for Joker 2. Now I'm watching Gladiator before I watch Gladiator 2, which also comes out very soon. Looking forward to that. Honestly, I don't think they can match what was special about the first one, but I'm still looking forward to seeing whether it's good. And in terms of the trailers, I don't think the trailers are that great for the second one, but I did like the water arena. I think that was really cool. So I think it's definitely possible it could be great, but I will hold my opinions till I see the film. But the first one was an amazing movie, and I'm watching that right now. Just rewatching the final battle, not the final battle, sorry, the battle scenes at the beginning of the film. There's a theme song that plays, right, for dun 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 dun, and I'm just like, isn't that Pirates of the Caribbean? Which obviously came out after this. Did Pirates of the Caribbean's score, was it inspired by Gladiator's opening fight scene? Because I heard a theme playing. I'm just like, that sounds like Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, this is a great film. I'm looking forward to just relaxing and just watching this on a Sunday night. And I'll share a few of my thoughts here and there, plus a mini review and a rating at the end. But just so you know, the rating's not going to be below 9. I'll tell you that. Bro, that scene when he finds his wife and daughter and what happens to them, it's such a sad scene. Like, that gets me every single time I watch it. It gets me just as much now as the first time I ever saw this film. It's just such a sad scene. Just considering what happened to him, and he just wanted to go home. He was so close to just going home, and then all it took was one bad day, and he lost everything just like that. And when he, after everything that happened, when he even fought his way out and escaped, finding his family like that after not seeing him in almost 3 years, it's just like every single time, especially considering how he talked about them earlier in the film as well. Every single time it just gets you, tears your heartstrings, and you're just rooting for him to get revenge. On top of that, Joaquin Phoenix does an incredible job. I mean, he does an incredible job in general in all the films he's in, but in this film particularly, like, you really hate this character. Like, you really hate this character. Even like from before what happened to Maximus's family, you really hate him. Like, you can just sense that he is not a good person. You can sense that he's not likable, and that's down to Joaquin Phoenix. He plays the character so well. He plays the character so damn well. He's that good at it that that's his job, to make you hate the character, because that's the whole point. You're meant to hate the character. He does an incredible job doing that. So yeah, it's a great portrayal, because I just simply want to see his downfall, you know. It may not be as satisfying as some of the deaths in Game of Thrones, like Joffrey, for example. Obviously I'm comparing fictional fantasy to something based on real life events. Although this one, like, Maximus isn't a real person, but he's based on like a number of people, and it's like based on true events, but there's still some historical accuracy to it, slightly. So me comparing Game of Thrones is a bit silly, but regardless, Game of Thrones has characters. Even though it's a fantasy, it has characters like in this film that you just hate, and you just want to see their demise. And sometimes you do get that, like Joffrey. And I've forgotten his name. Who got eaten by the dogs? You know what I'm talking about. I literally forgotten his name. I would have preferred to see this character get the same fate as Joffrey or the dog eating scene. It wasn't as crazy as that, but still, I'm looking forward to seeing his demise. I have to wait the best part of a 3-hour film to see it, but you know, as soon as I see that scene with the family, I'm just like, right, get him, just bloody get him. I do like the way Maximus schemes his way to get him as well, even without even needing his men to do it. Well, that's interesting. I just googled a random thing about Gladiator, and one of the things I saw on the page was Jack Gleeson, the actor for Joffrey Lannister in Game of Thrones. He said in an interview that he was actually inspired by Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator. I didn't know this until this second. This is extraordinary information. How did I not know this? I literally... what are the chances of that? I made the comparison between Joffrey Lannister from Game of Thrones and Commodus in Gladiator, but I'm going to say Joaquin Phoenix instead. I made the comparison there, and then I find an article on Google that actually he was inspired by Gladiator. I'm just like, what a coincidence. Kind of makes sense now that I compared them, because they're both characters that you just want to hate, and you want to hate them because the actors who play these characters play these bad characters so well, and it results in you wanting to see the characters' minds. It's just absolutely brilliant. So yeah, this is why I like villains in general in terms of like storyline, you know, because it takes a great actor to pull off a great villain. And yeah, this one has a brutal villain, and you just want to see his demise. Like even before like you see these brutal things, you can just tell there's something off. You can tell it's wrong, and you can tell something bad's gonna happen, and you're proven right. I love what Maximus tells them in the arena about working together. We stick together, we survive, and I definitely like how they put that in the trailer for the new one as well. So like I said already, like the new one has some good moments in the trailers, but they've not convinced me yet. But hopefully the film is good. But I do like how they've shown from the trailers that they have callbacks to this film, which is a good sign, and hopefully it's good. But I just don't see how it can be as good as this one. But obviously you can't really judge a movie till you see it, so hopefully Gladiator 2 is good. Nah. I mentioned Pirates of the Caribbean at the start. Pirates of the Caribbean definitely got their theme song from this film. How did I not notice this until now? But genuinely, it goes dun 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 dun. It goes like that, except in a darker tone, a more serious tone. Obviously, in the tone of Gladiator, it's more fun in Pirates of the Caribbean, of course, more melodic. But it's literally the same. It's literally the same score. I'm just like, wait. Did Pirates of the Caribbean take a theme from Gladiator battle scenes and decided to just change it up, turn it into Captain Jack Sparrow's theme? Because that's what it feels like. It's really what it feels like. Anyone who's seen Gladiator and remembers, please tell me I'm not crazy. To be fair, the villain's death was brutal enough. It didn't need the Game of Thrones style death. So I take that back from earlier. I do love the silence in the crowd though when he kills him. It's quite something. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's I always remember that theme at the end. Such an iconic theme as well. But yeah, as I was saying, the movie is over now. My rating is quite simply a 9.5 out of 10. It's a masterpiece of a film. I'm looking forward to the second one, but as I said already, like 10 times, I'm not convinced by the trailers, but the trailers do have some good things in them. And I do like how, I didn't even realise this from watching the trailers, but Lucius seems like he's the main character in the new one, so that's going to be interesting as well. So I'm glad I watched this now, because I'm going to remember Lucius as a kid in this film, and you're going to see him as an adult in the second one, so I'm excited about that, looking forward to that. And yeah, hopefully that's good, because this movie was great. How do you do a sequel to a movie like this 24 years later? Well, we'll see what happens, you know. Just because you wait so long for a sequel doesn't mean it's going to be bad. Top Gun Maverick, how long did that take? So many years. People were doubtful about that one as well, and look how that turned out. That was incredible. Obviously a different genre. This might be a bit harder to pull off, but I do have faith, and I always go in hoping it's good, and I always go in neutral. But I'm just worried because I just don't know if they'll make it good. And like, it doesn't have to be as good as the first one. It just has to be good on its own level, and I think it can be. But I'm just worried. I'm just worried about messing it up. But hopefully it is good, and even if it's not good, at least the water arena battle should be quite fun to watch in the cinema. But yeah, aside from that, this film is an awesome one, and there's quite a good message in there as well. Obviously based on true events, but not exactly accurate, exactly true. But a very interesting storyline indeed. And yeah, this is definitely a movie I'll revisit many more times. I've even got it on 4K Blu-ray. So yeah, we've done a lot of movies this year leading up to movies coming out in the upcoming years. We are basically done, but there is Lord of the Rings movie coming out this year, but it is animated. I don't need to watch the live action ones to rewatch to watch the animated one coming up, but I will anyway. Any excuse to rewatch them, and I might add in The Hobbit as well. So maybe I might do Hobbit first, even though it released after. It's better to get that out of the way than save the best till last. I did like the first Hobbit film though. I liked the first Hobbit film. I thought it was good. The rest of it not so much, but I might watch the trilogy as well. I've not seen extended for those either, to be fair, so that could be like a first time thing. But yeah, and I also really want to rewatch Mad Max, but that's not like a build up or anything. That's just me wanting to watch it after watching Furiosa. I should have done that within one day after that movie came out, because I watched Furiosa, I liked it, so I should have just straight away gone and watched Mad Max. I didn't do that. That was my bad. But anyway, I don't know if I might try and do, like, say I'm watching the film on the 4K TV, and like I'll have a camera recording me, but I'm not going to get the clips because it's just really long to edit. So I might do something like that. No guarantees, of course, but at least you'll have something as a video, I guess. It's just that the clips is just a lot of editing, so I don't have the time for that, but we'll see. Maybe I can make these videos better somehow while also managing to keep the rest of the channels going. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where